Canada Cat presents, in the series, Thinking of Starting a Cattery in Canada, Episode 1, Introduction. Canada Cat have been giving courses to cat breeders for many years now, and we realize that in our classes, many new breeders came to class only when they bought their first cats. At that point, it's hard for them to back up and do over and make different choices if need be. The goal of those videos in the series, Thinking of Starting a Cattery, is to prepare anyone who's interested in the venture of starting a cattery to make enlightened choices and avoid the "if I only known." Before we begin, keep in mind that in Canada, we have a serious feline overpopulation problem, which do have an impact on cats' welfare in general, but also repercussion on the cat market. When you go to the pet store and they have a promotion that gives a kitten when you buy a bag of food, you know you're in serious trouble. It's going to be difficult for cat breeders to sell their kittens at the right price. This is why you never should make kittens just to make kittens. All new breeders tell us we're not in it for the money. It's a passion. Of course, we all agree with that, but this argument do have its limits. There is a limit of putting money from your main income into your cattery. This will work 1 year, 2 year, 4 year, but before long, all the money you put aside from your vacation will go into it. And you're going to be tired because it's a 24/7 gig. In the first hardship, you're not going to be able to cope. Burnout, depression, even split up. We've seen it all. It's important that you want to get to the break-even point. It's important that your cattery becomes sustainable. Let's start with the basics. What is a breeder? Well, Britannica tells us it's anyone who produces a domestic animal. You may not like this definition, but it's important for what follows. At any given moment in Canada, there is about 20,000 cat breeders. And this is approximately where they are across the country. Well, it helps to have a concentration of breeders to get services. However, more breeder you have, more competition you have. Here's the harsh truth. Of all the breeders that will start this year, most of them won't pass 5 years. There's two main reasons for that. Bad planning of the project and managing problems. The first is bad planning. Usually it starts with the breed you chose. If you did not do any market study, you're probably in the wrong business. The second, do you know all the legislation that applies to you? The managing problem usually take longer to manifest, but they will affect you more long term. We start by bad investment, impulsive buy, and at some point, you will lack the liquidity to even run your daily business. This is why some of the cattery project people are launching are doomed even before they began. We're putting those videos together to make sure that you avoid common traps out there. Hope you like this video. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and like our YouTube channel to make sure that you don't miss any of our video on how to start a cattery in Canada.